Imagine living in a country widely ranked as one of the safest, most progressive places on earth for women, only to find out that 41% of the female population has experienced physical or sexual violence. That is nearly half of all women, and it is a full 10% higher than the European Union average. So why is a nation with such a perfect public image struggling with such a massive hidden crisis? Today we are looking at the dark reality of women's safety in the Netherlands, the shocking data, and the high-profile scandals that forced the government to completely overhaul its laws. When we talk about sexual violence or rape, most people imagine a dark alleyway and a dangerous stranger. But in the Netherlands, the data tells a completely different story. Statistics from the Dutch government show that the vast majority of sexual abuse does not happen outside by strangers. It happens behind closed doors. The perpetrators are usually people the victims know very well, like current partners, ex-partners, family members, or friends. Young people and students face the highest risk. A famous study by Amnesty International revealed a horrifying statistic. 1 in 10 female students in Dutch universities experiences rape during their higher education years. Young women between the ages of 12 and 24 are 4 times more likely to become victims of sexual violence than any other age group. For years, this was a quiet crisis. But then, a massive celebrity scandal changed everything. The biggest turning point for public awareness came in January 2022. It involved one of the most popular television shows in the country, The Voice of Holland. An investigative show called Booze released a documentary exposing widespread sexual harassment and abuse of power behind the scenes. High-profile celebrities, including famous rapper Ali B and bandleader Jeroen Rietbergen, were accused of using their powerful positions to sexually harass and assault young female contestants.
Ik was 18 en toen ben ik eigenlijk soort van verstijfd en toen heeft hij seks met mij gehad.
The public anger was massive. The show was instantly cancelled. This scandal forced the Dutch government to realize that sexual misconduct was happening openly in professional environments. They quickly appointed a national Me Too commissioner, Mariette Hamer, to fight this problem. Just as the country was dealing with this, another dark network came to light. Police uncovered cases where women were secretly drugged inside their own homes by their partners. The men used private internet chat groups to share guides on how to drug their wives and film the abuse while the women were unconscious. The chilling calculation of these crimes proved to the government that the existing laws were too weak to protect women. For a long time, the legal system made it very hard for victims to get justice. Under the old Dutch law, to prove rape in court, prosecutors had to prove that physical force, threats, or coercion were used. If a victim froze out of fear and could not fight back, it was very difficult to convict the attacker. That changed on July 1st, 2024, when the government launched the new Sexual Offences Act. This was a historic overhaul. The law introduced a strict consent-based definition of rape. Now, if it is clear that one person did not want to engage in sexual activity, it is legally rape, even if there was no physical violence or fighting back. The new law also criminalized public and online harassment. Catcalling on the street, sending unwanted explicit photos online, and digital stalking are now punishable by prison time. The impact of this law was instant. Reports to the National Centre for Sexual Violence surged by 54% right after the law took effect. Women finally felt that the justice system would listen to them and protect them. So, is the Netherlands safe for women? The answer is complex. Walking down a street at night is generally very safe compared to many parts of the world. However, domestic and acquaintance violence remains a serious issue. The good news is that the Dutch government and society are no longer looking the other way. With strict new laws and a culture that is learning to talk openly about consent, the country is fighting hard to make things right.